If I had a newborn baby, I'd leave it with strangers. 'Cause strangers are just friends you don't know yet. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? A couple's newborn baby was left with a nurse at an airport to be looked after. The nurse was supposed to take care of the baby until another nurse came to take it from her, and then the baby was going to be transported back to the couple. The nurse with the baby was also waiting for a plane to get on to go home, and her plane home ended up coming before the other nurse came. So what did she decide to do? She gave the baby to a complete stranger for 15 minutes so she could get home earlier. That's not even your baby. You can't just give it to a stranger. You're a nurse. You should know better than that. If that was her kid, do you think she would have just given it to a stranger? We live in a world where people rape babies or throw them out in garbage cans. And you're just gonna give it to a random person in the airport? She gave it to the stranger because the stranger was apparently a teacher. But I bet it didn't even matter. She probably was just looking for someone to give the baby to. Probably would have just been like, "Hey, you gangsters look strong and tough. You look like you could take care of a baby." "Oh no, don't worry. You left your baby in good hands. We'll take good care of it." "No, you go on. You get on your flight." So you guys want to get some food? The nurse was gonna wait for the next flight, but then the stranger, who was apparently a teacher, came up and offered her help by taking the baby from her for a while, until the other nurse got there. So she called her supervisor, and he must be like stupid in the head too, because he agreed to it and let her do it. In my mind, this teacher that offered her help is just as much at fault. Well, I mean, she's a teacher, yeah, big deal. She can teach kids things. What happens if this baby has some sort of complications, like, it starts seizuring or something? What's this teacher gonna do? Teach it math? Because you can't just say you're gonna take someone's baby. And plus, even if she did offer her help, how's that even a good thing? This is a woman that wants to take a baby. How do you know this woman just can't have babies? And she just wants to take your baby so she can just take it home with her and have a baby. She could have just walked out and raised that kid as her own. How often do kids get stolen for that very reason? Because couples can't have babies, so they go and they steal one from someone. Say I was in there and I came up to you and said I was a teacher. Would you give me the baby? I wouldn't even give me the baby. The Pope himself could come down to that airport and offer his help to take the baby, and I wouldn't give the Pope my baby. So the nurse got suspended, and they're still investigating this a little more. I can't even wrap my head around this. How can someone who can qualify to be a nurse not understand that it's a bad thing to give a baby to a stranger and then just walk away? Really? In other news, an 84-year-old woman has been banned from driving till the year 3000. She was banned because of a series of traffic violations and medical conditions. Before this charge, she couldn't drive till the year 2999, but after she violated the law again, they added a year, which is kind of pointless. I mean, if you're gonna ban this woman from driving, at least give her a little hope. Make it like the year 2030. Something she can aim for. Maybe she'll live till 100 and whatever. And that's a goal she can set in her life. And she can thrive to drive again. If I was this woman, I'd figure out a way to cryogenically freeze myself, and then I would just get woken up at the year 3000, and I'd go out and I'd drive again. And I'd prove to those fuckers that I could drive. But what I think would be hilarious if this somehow motivated this lady to live till the year 3000. But I'm afraid of elderly drivers as it is. 84-year-olds, even 70-year-olds scare me. Could you imagine an old woman, 1080-ish, driving her car? And at the rate elderly people shrink, she won't even be able to see over the dashboard anymore. They'll have to install a window at the pedals just so she can drive again. So you're telling me that if I was in that airport and I came over to you and offered my help saying I was a teacher, you would have just given me the baby? What if I came over to you and I was all like, Do you need my help? I'm a teacher. I actually teach children things like stuff. I'm sorry. I didn't hear what you said. Do you want this baby? I was just going to leave it on the floor.